Please hang on. Please. This is an official interruption of your local entertainment transmission.
In one moment, a gift most humans never receive in a lifetime.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show, starring Bob Lutz.
Now, I'm a very deep person. It's very hard to get to the bottom of who I am.
I know what you mean.
And Jason Duda. For today, anyway.
Talk about being out on a limb. Come on, man.
Really?
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Stand by for action.
Welcome back, everyone. Hour number 2, the Bob and Jeff Show here on a Tuesday. Jason Duda in for Jeff today. Jeff will be back tomorrow. We'll also talk with Wichita State inside hitter Morgan Stout from the volleyball team. She's on her way now to professional volleyball. Just had an unbelievable season for the Shockers, so look forward to catching up with her tomorrow. Is Bill Belichick going to be the next coach at North Carolina?
No.
And if so, why?
Well, if so, why he's going is because he's Bill Belichick. And they're using the name, obviously. That's why they're hiring him. That would be my theory on why. He's not a college coach. Does he know football? There's no denying the fact he knows his football. But I do not see him taking that job.
Wouldn't it be miserable with NIL and transfer portal and recruiting? And
do you think Bill could actually be that guy?
No.
That's exactly
he's 72 years old.
And
not that that's ancient and that he can't perform and can't coach anymore, but to go to the college game and try to keep up here where there's tons of pressure. You know, you go to North Carolina, they want to win.
Well, and also you're Bill Belichick, so you're expected to win.
It's never made any sense, and I want it to stop now.
Well, they're not going to stop because it keeps North Carolina
but
in the news.
I want it to stop.
Well, you can want it to stop, but it's not going to.
Well, whether
they hire a guy
to or not, I'm offended by it.
How are you offended by it?
Because it's never going to happen.
But that's the way everything works nowadays. They wanted their names out there.
Oh.
But that's it. It's just like social media. It's like all this stuff.
So if there's an opening at some radio station and they float my name, is that something that should happen?
No, that's a mistake.
Way to take that bait.
Yeah.
You know, I would have thrown that out there for Jeff, and he would have just had a fit.
Oh, it'd have been something else.
He can't stand it when I do things like that.
Why?
Well, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it when I indicate that my ego is high. He doesn't like that. And, of course, it's all playfulness.
Oh, of course.
You've known a lot of people in your life. You know I don't have a big ego.
Not at all.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing to that.
Yeah, I would say none for sure.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What are you hedging that for?
It's just a little sarcasm.
Everybody has an ego.
To some degree, absolutely.
The question becomes, when does the ego become detrimental?
You got to know you got to have that fine line where it stops.
Well, and listen, I think I have that.
A fine line?
No, I think I know that it's okay to have an ego, but it can't be pervasive. You know, it just can't overwhelm people.
Right. I would agree. So you think you're good?
Well, what do you think?
I asked you first.
Yes, I think I'm good. Because I know enough about myself to know that if I do come across as having a bigger ego than I should, it's more of a defense mechanism than an actual reality. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. Makes sense. Understood. So I'd say you're there. That's where I'd put you.
I've studied myself at great lengths and to no avail. There's no answers. And I think most people would probably feel the same way. If they do much introspection, they probably feel like they don't really come up with a whole lot.
Yeah, well, you use some big words there.
You don't
so
like this conversation.
No, you just use some big words. I was trying to use introspection or something.
Introspection.
And I was trying to figure that out, so I honestly didn't hear the rest of what you said. So that's where I'm at right now.
Poor dear.
Yeah, there's some issues there for sure. But it's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
You guys have a great relationship.
Yeah, it's all good.
It works very well. It's obvious.
Seems to.
I'm sure when she needs
To have an intellectual conversation, she calls her
intellectual
friends.
stimulation, she probably goes out with her friends.
She does. She goes out a lot. Is that normal?
I'm surprised she's ever home. But, hey, congratulations on a wonderful marriage.
Yeah, so far it's been great. Thank you.
So we often talk, you love to talk about food, and I'm on this kick now where on Facebook there's all these suggestions for restaurants. We went to Jeff's, one of his favorites. I can't think of the name of it. It's the Korean barbecue restaurant on 2nd and Washington. And for months, he's told me how good the rice is.
Right.
So Saturday, we were downtown in that area at the popcorn store.
Uh-huh.
And we stopped by and we picked up chicken fried rice and brought it home. And I think my wife would agree. Fabulous. There's another Pitchman delivery.
Yeah, there's another free Coke for you.
I would hope.
Man.
Gangnam, I think that I can't remember whatever the name of that restaurant is. I think most people would know what I'm talking about. They give you a ton. Yeah, we got 3 meals out of it.
What?
Yeah,
Really? That's a bonus. I haven't been there.
you ought to try it.
I've heard it's good. I think my brother-in-law has mentioned that place, that he goes there too, and they said it was good. So
Fried rice is a big deal.
a good fried rice is
It's either good or it's not very good. You know what I'm saying?
yes, 100%.
It's there's very little in between.
You know what? Another place that has pretty good fried rice is Saigon.
Well, maybe I'll try that.
It's one of my favorites in town. And
But-
that's up with like your Kobe's and
Kobe and this place are tied for first.
Kobe's got their fried rice. is
Kobe's
awesome.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But I'd put Saigon's there, but I wouldn't put them up in that level.
I do. I put this place tied for first.
Woo, must be good.
It is. It's so good.
Look at you.
Oh my God.
I can't. I know we've talked food before, but I've never seen you like this, especially over food, let alone fried rice.
I know, and I tried a place out on West 21st, and I won't mention the name because it was okay, but it didn't meet my expectations. And there's a place over here in close to where I live called Tiger Rice that I've heard great things about.
I haven't even heard of that place.
It's over here at 21st and Amadon. But yeah, fried rice is a big deal to me.
Fried rice is fantastic. I love it. I love a lot of things, but it's up there.
And we'll be going out to celebrate Jeff's birthday at
Same place,
Kobe.
standard. Do you have like the reservation just every year? Is it on like?
I don't know how he sets that up, but we always enjoy that meal. I mean, the salad's great, the soup is great, the meal is great, the rice is great. I mean,
There you have it. You're done.
there's a reason that's packed every night.
It's true. It's true. Nothing wrong with it. I thought you were going to go try somewhere else tonight. We were talking in the break.
Tonight, maybe. That dadgum Maze Road is just far enough to be a pain.
I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you the way to go to get to it. That would be easier. Don't go down 21st, and then try
Go over
to
to
turn
13th.
left. Go to 13th. Come up. Turn right in there.
Yeah.
because it's so close.
That's a better idea.
Well, this is why I'm here. Smarter than I look.
But, Maze Road, you're
It's
right
awful.
there.
It's awful.
I don't live. I mean, Maze Road is relatively close, but it's not like it's close.
No, but it is when it comes to traffic. 4 to 6,
Awful.
no. When I go out, there's a couple places I can get out to Maze Road. I go to 21st just so I can go right and go right. If not, I'll never get out. Ever.
No, you try to go left on Maze Road from where you live.
Nope.
It's rarely going to happen. Although the other day on Sunday, we found an opening and were able to get out there.
Sunday's probably okay, but not during the week and not anywhere near 4 to 6. And this time of year, even worse.
Yeah. I watched a little bit of the game last night. It's hard to watch a game that doesn't really have great significance.
I had nothing. I can honestly say I watched a quarter.
I like watching Joe Burrow.
Well, Jamar Chase is good.
Yeah, and they're wasting some incredible opportunities, the Bengals are, because they didn't put a defense around this team. And it upsets me.
Well, they didn't put a defense, and now because they didn't sign Jamar last year, how much to keep him now? Well, he's going to be a free agent. Like, just terrible management. Terrible
Management.
Cost him 40% more now just to keep him, especially after the year he's having. I don't get it.
And I really like Joe Burrow.
I do too.
I mean, he's probably next to Mahomes. Yeah, and I said it.
Whoa.
I would have never even thought about something like this before. There is no way to dislike Patrick Mahomes.
Well, he hasn't given us any reason to. And that's on the field with certain antics or stuff that he would do. Off the field, I haven't heard anything about Patrick Mahomes. That would be a problem. So how can't you like the guy? Plus, he's really good.
It's fun to watch him play.
It's
like
unbelievable.
I said to Vahe, he's not having a statistically great year, but he's still an assassin out there. He will figure out a way to beat you if you give him the opportunity. And teams give him the opportunity.
Well, that's the problem. That they're always within a score, and you can't have him have the ball with 2 minutes left in a game and he has the ball. You just can't. He's that one guy that's always going to figure out a way to get it done. And there's a good quarterback. Josh Allen is really good. But
did you see him the other day?
Really good. But if there's anybody you want, who else do you want in the last 2 minutes of a game?
I hear you. But Josh Allen's making a case. Did you see him play the other day?
I did. I watched that game.
Why in the world did they run it and lose their
first time out?
Unbelievable.
Maybe the dumbest.
Unbelievable, because they would have gotten the ball back.
Territory.
They had all 3 timeouts left.
You could have kicked it deep at that point.
Right. Just coaching malfeasance.
I don't understand it.
It makes no sense.
It's going on in a lot of places.
But that guy just kept ringing up points for me in my fantasy team.
He was ringing them up for everybody.
I don't care about everybody. Oh, wait. Sounded egotistical to say.
Well, that's all right. We already determined that you are a little bit have an ego, but you have a fine line with it. So you're okay.
Oh my God.
In some really
Please
weird.
don't ever talk about my ego again.
In some really weird way.
Well, I think my ego's in check. That's what I'm saying.
Totally in check.
It doesn't overwhelm people. Is that a safe thing?
That's fair.
Yeah, thank you.
That's fair. Yeah, back to Patrick.
Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, go ahead. Back to Patrick.
Yeah, we're done talking about you and your ego. See, this is a problem now. Everyone will think, oh, no, he wants to continue talking about his ego.
I don't. Patrick,
he's only averaging 245 yards a game, 20 touchdowns, and 11 picks. Those aren't great numbers for somebody's that's team is 12-1.
And has the worst left tackle protection in the history of football.
It's scary bad. It's not just bad. I mean, when you're a fan and you're watching, and I caught myself Sunday night watching the left tackle rather than watching where the play was going to go, just to see how bad Bosa was going to beat Humphreys or whoever else they had put out there off that left side.
Yeah.
That's a $500 million quarterback you got there. Find somebody to play the left guard position. No?
Left tackle.
Or left tackle.
It's ridiculous. He's running for his life. But his scrambling ability is second to none. He's not the fast. It's just incredible to watch him.
Well, the whole
like he has eyes not just on the back of his head, but surrounding his head.
Well, I know we've talked about this with this team, but it is. I don't know how they're. I'm sorry, I don't know how they're 12-1.
Makes no sense.
Watching this team, which I have, how they're 12-1, I don't know. I'm waiting for the wheels to come off, and they just seem to be holding on. But can they do this against really good teams in the playoffs, having to win 3 games in a row?
They need to get into a position where they can kind of cruise. They're 2 games up right now over both Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Of course, they play Pittsburgh. They've already played Buffalo. That's their only loss, so they would lose the tiebreaker. But if they can get into a position, this is a team that plays on Sunday against Houston.
Cleveland this week.
No, I'm talking about they play on the Sunday before Christmas against Houston.
Yes.
And then they play on Christmas Day against Pittsburgh 3 days later.
Yeah,
they need to be in a position where they can rest some people.
Well, they play 3 games in 10 days.
On Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they play the 15th, the 21st, and the 25th. And 2 of those games on the road.
They can't go full bore in that Christmas Day game. We're all thinking, oh, I can't wait for it. It's going to be amazing. The Chiefs, if they can beat Cleveland and then they can beat Houston, in that Christmas game, they need to rest everybody.
And then go to Denver?
Yes.
And have to win in Denver.
Well, Buffalo has to play Detroit this week. Let's see how that shakes out.
True, and I don't know if Pittsburgh can run the table. I mean,
we'll see.
Tomlin, you can't blame Tomlin, but they got a tough.
They have a tough schedule.
They're at Philly, at Baltimore, Kansas City, and then
they're not going to they're not going to win both those games.
They're not winning all 4 of those.
What I'm saying is, get your expectations under control for that Christmas Day game with the Chiefs. That's what I'm trying to forewarn people.
I could see that game being ugly for the Chiefs.
I could see it where they're resting everybody.
Well, you got 3 games in 10 days. If they're to a point where they may have already clinched.
That's what I'm talking about.
By that time,
if they've clinched it, why would you play anybody in that game?
Patrick and Kelsey, why don't you guys stay at home for Christmas? We'll see you next.
That's what I'm saying.
The next week,
because we're all amped up about. Oh my God, the Chiefs are playing on Christmas Day. Netflix, it's going to be awesome. Not so fast, people.
And what happened last year on Christmas?
Yeah, I hear you.
Against the Raiders.
All right, time for a break. Duda has a game. When we return, Max will participate. Max is just, I'm going to bury him in this game.
He's kind of owned you the last few, though.
Not really.
Yeah, he has.
We'll be back. The Bob and Jeff Show with Jason Duda.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show.
All right, Max, it is
time to play the game. Time to play the game.
time to play the game here on KFH Radio. By the way, it was, Monday Night Raw was in town last night.
Did
down
you
at
go?
Interest. I did not. I don't know if Jeff went or not. He was toying with the idea. But Wichita showed up well on TV. Good crowd, raucous, engaged. Was proud of our community.
Good job out there.
Yeah, it was
Fantastic.
fun.
No, I did not watch it.
It was
Sorry to
fun.
all the WWE folks, but I did not watch it.
All right, what's the what do we have? A
All right.
continuation of
It's gonna be different because it's you and Max, so we are going to do the same type of game. I will ask you a question. If you can answer it without the answer, you get 2 points. If you want the multiple choice, you get 1 point.
All right, I'm game for it. I'm on a bit of a hot streak in games. All right, didn't I beat Jeff?
Yeah, but you didn't beat me. So,
All right, here we go.
80s music.
Oh, Max. Right in.
Max,
Max ought to do pretty well here.
Max, you're going first. What's love got to do with it?
Tina Turner.
Who sings it?
Tina Turner.
You are correct. You are correct.
I'm offended by that question.
That was easy.
Okay, you ready?
Wait, he gets how many points?
He gets 2. I'm keeping track today, too.
Well, so am
All
I.
right, the first few obviously are easy. 8679
86753.
309.
I can't think of who did it. I'd sing the song for you.
Well, yeah, but I need to know who's. Do you want the choices?
Yeah.
Belle
I'll know
Biv
it.
DeVoe, The Smiths, Tommy Two-Tone.
Tommy Two-Tone.
You are correct.
Dadgummit.
Oh, that's a. Should have had that one.
Well, yeah, I should have had a lot of things. Next.
Max.
It's your turn.
All night long.
Lionel Richie.
And Max is taking a 4-1 lead.
Well, you're giving him layups.
Well, yours was a layup, wasn't it? Okay, how about this one? Another one bites the dust.
Queen.
You are correct. You guys are going to rattle through
How
these.
long are we doing this?
We'll do about 5 each of this, and then we'll
All
switch.
right.
Love Shack, Max.
B-52s.
Good grief.
You are correct. Wake Me Up Before You Go.
Wham.
Look at you guys just rolling through these. Okay, Max, Take On Me, sorry.
Uh-huh.
Are you laughing, or is that your
Uh-huh.
That's his answer. So easy.
Jump?
Jump. Van Halen. 8-7. This is the last round for
Yeah,
80s.
one
rock.
That could also have been the Pointer
In the
Sisters.
air. In the Air Tonight, Max.
Phil
Oh,
Collins.
God. Is it?
These are way too easy for you guys. 10-7. Straight Out of Compton.
Straight out of Compton?
Yeah.
You're giving me a rap song.
Yeah, I would have known the answer to this because I watched a documentary on it.
You're embarrassing me on national radio.
It's awesome. I love it. On
Yeah.
a music question. Straight Out of Compton.
You're giving me one that.
You're thinking
really?
too long. You want multiple choice?
No, I don't want. Yes, I think I know.
DMX, Ice-T, NWA, Snoop Dogg.
NWA.
You are correct.
That's who I thought it was, but you embarrassed me
How'd I embarrass
in
you?
front of my family.
How'd I embarrass you? You got it wrong. What am I supposed to do?
All right, 10-8 after that round. What's next? What's the next category?
Let's see here. Let's go with Where on Earth is That?
Ah, kill him here. Congratulations on a nice run, Max.
Where on earth is that?
Uh-oh. I've lost internet.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
Well, we're in your house, so figure it out.
Well, I haven't lost it.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
I'm so mad at you right now.
Well, it's not my fault you didn't know NWA. How do I know NWA?
Why don't you log on to my internet?
Okay, here we go. We're going to go facts about the American Revolution.
Wait a minute. I thought you were doing something else. I like that other category.
Which one?
The one you mentioned.
No, you can't because you got to see the picture. So we're doing this category. I don't care. It's my game. You made me come up with the game.
It's ridiculous.
All right, Max. American author Ralph Waldo Emerson coined the phrase, "the shot heard round the world," in a poem about the battle at which location?
Lexington and Concord.
You are correct, Max. Oh, big one. All right, Bob. Members of American militias were frequently called what? Members of American militias were frequently
Why do
called...
I get that one?
Because it's just random.
I steal?
No, you can't steal.
See, Max probably knows. Do you want multiple choice?
Yes.
Redcoats, Minutemen, Frogmen, Doughboys.
Minutemen.
You are correct. But you're falling behind.
You're embarrassing me in front of my people.
I'm not embarrassing anybody. Okay, Max. Oh, this one. It's got a Boston in the question.
Oh, God.
During the Boston Massacre, British soldiers fired into a crowd of colonists following what provocation?
Boston Tea Party.
So easy.
Boston Tea Party.
Everything Max is getting is you could go to a zoo and ask the animals. And
that is incorrect.
Really?
Ooh, good deal.
Oh.
Yes, the crowd of colonists threw snowballs. How about that?
That's a no pointer for Max.
Oh, I know it. Oh, look at you, just all bubbly all of a sudden.
All right, what's
That
the- what's
incident
the
would be
next one for me?
repeated later on May 4th, 1970.
What was the purpose of Paul Revere's Midnight Ride? Multiple choice.
He wanted to go. He needed a burger.
The purpose of the Midnight Ride,
Yeah.
multiple choice.
To warn the approach of British soldiers, to aid George Washington at Valley Forge, to announce the Declaration of Independence, to capture the traitor Benedict Arnold.
The first one.
To warn of a British soldiers?
Yeah.
You are correct. Oh, it's 12-11. He caught up, Max. Here you go. Oh, here's another Boston Tea Party question. During the Boston Tea Party, the Sons of Liberty wore crudely made disguises to resemble what?
Oh, I should know.
You want multiple choice, or do you want to answer it?
They wanted to resemble the British Army. I can't think of it. I'm not going to put them on.
That is incorrect. It was the Native Americans.
Max's pride is getting in the way.
Well, I give him
He doesn't
props.
want to take the multiple choice.
I give him props.
And that's how I'm going to beat his ass.
Often recognized as the first American diplomat, which founding father was tasked with forging an alliance with France?
What is this? I haven't been in school for decades.
This was decades before you were in school. So there you go. You want multiple choice?
Well, I think I know who it is, but I don't want to guess. And yes, I do want multiple
James
choice.
Madison.
That's it.
Alexander Hamilton, Benjamin Franklin, Ethan Allen.
I believe it's James Madison.
It is Benjamin Franklin.
What?
Benjamin. Benjamin had a thing for the menage a trois, Bob. That's why he went to France.
Get a question right, Max, and then talk. Go.
Max, before
This is
betraying
the last round of these.
before betraying the Patriots, Benedict Arnold was well known for what?
Give me a second.
You want multiple choice?
Sure, I'll have to take it. I can't think what it was.
Serving as a judge, being a victorious general, painting portraits, raising funds for colonists.
I think he was a victorious general.
You are correct. 13-11.
Doggone it. All right, my last one in this category. Do you have another category?
I'll see if I got one.
Well, we got to hurry.
Famously depicted in a large oil portrait, George Washington crossed which icy river during a sneak attack on Christmas Day, 1776?
You're embarrassing me in front of people.
Oh my God, that's so.
Shut up, Max. The river starts. Go ahead. I'll take the multiple choice.
Potomac River, St. Lawrence, Delaware, Hudson.
The Delaware.
Yes.
All right, we go to a new category. It's, what is it, 13-12?
13-12.
One more category.
Let me see
Only 3 rounds.
Let me see if I got one.
Come on, man.
No. Let's see. Okay, let's try this one.
All right, here we go. What is it?
I think this is geography.
All right,
Who's up?
Max.
I barely know where I
rounds
am
here.
now.
No, we did these ones.
Oh, good. I'm directionally challenged.
And my internet's stopping. I think the game's over.
No, the game's not over. I get a chance here.
I think the game's over.
Come up with something.
Okay. Ready, Max?
Yep.
Although it doesn't grow there naturally, which of these spicy nicknames applies to the people of Connecticut? Do you want multiple
Connecticut.
choice?
Sure. Connecticut.
Nutmeggers, cinnamon, big dills, salon bros.
Nutmeggers.
I know this one.
Nutmeggers.
That's correct, right?
It is. Max gets.
I would have
a
gotten
point.
2 points on that one, but oh well. I'll get some crazy question. What
New
is it?
Mexico is the only state with an official question. Red or green? What does this question refer to?
Chili peppers.
You are correct.
Oh, baby.
It's all tied up. Referencing the fact that the British monarch never married, who is Virginia named for? The state.
What?
If you know this, Max, you're fired.
What was the question?
Referencing the fact
Queen
that
Victoria.
this British monarch,
Queen Victoria.
you are correct.
Good grief.
Just after the King song, you know.
All right, Bob. Which of these conflicts took place in what is now Montana?
Well, what do you mean? It's a.
Okay, what major conflict took place in Montana?
Well, I don't know. I get the Duttons, Yellowstone, the Dutton Ranch.
Do you want?
I want it.
Battle of the Little Bighorn, Seminole Wars, Wounded Knee Massacre, Battle of the Alamo.
Little Bighorn.
You are correct.
All right.
Down by one.
Last round, Max. You better get something going.
Why? He's up by one. Max, this is going to be a tough one. No, it's not. Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon.
The Fountain of
in
Youth.
Florida. It's
Fountain of Youth.
oh no, and the internet crashes. I'm done. It's over.
It's Fountain of Youth.
And what?
So Max wins.
Get on my internet.
Max wins. It's gone. It's gone.
All right, we have one round to play. You've got your question.
We're just doing one round.
Yeah, just one round. This is going to decide it. What's your question for Max?
Spanish explorer Juan.
Go to something
I already
different.
want a
answered that
different
one.
one?
Fountain of Youth.
Yeah.
Okay, Max.
What was your answer?
Fountain of Youth. That was right.
No, we didn't. I didn't get to any of the questions on that one.
Oh.
So we're gonna go to
Max
it.
gets penalized.
We're going to a different question. Here we go. Max, you ready?
I'm ready.
Michigan was awarded its Upper Peninsula after conceding its claim on what town? You want to guess or do you want multiple choice?
Toronto.
You are incorrect. Toledo.
He should have gone for the multiple choice.
I would
All right,
never
Bob.
have known it.
Now I can win this baby.
Until it became its own state in 1820, the area that is now Maine was part of what other state?
I know that.
Oh, you can win it here, he says.
Do I want to go for the win or the tie?
Well, you're going to lose if you. Well, yeah. If you go for the win and guess right now,
Well,
you
there's
can
only
win.
two that it could be. There's only two that it could be.
Sure, if that's what you think.
So I'm going to go for the win,
Okay.
and I'm going to say, well, this is a trick question. I'll say New Hampshire.
Your choices were Vermont, Connecticut, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
The correct answer is Massachusetts.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
I don't believe you.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts isn't connected to Maine.
In 1820, it must have been.
I'm going to call in some people to figure that one out.
Well, sure, because I'm
There's
sure.
a protest.
I'm sure whenever you lose, there's a protest.
Yeah, there's a protest.
That's just how
on
it
that
is.
one.
What was the rest of the
Max?
Ponce de Leon question?
What was the? When did he arrive? What? It was around which holiday
God, I
when he arrived?
remember that. Fifth
Well,
grade.
of course,
I
it
learned-
was
fifth grade. I learned about
Thanksgiving.
No, it was not Thanksgiving. You're not even close.
4th of July,
Not even close.
that. Labor Day.
Arbor Day.
I don't even know what Arbor Day is. Easter.
Easter. Oh, should have gotten that one.
They'd canceled it
All
by
right,
then. They
Max
found the
ekes
body.
out of a win that will be questioned.
It's not questioned. Max got the W.
I don't necessarily agree with it.
Hey, Bob, which of these holidays began in Nebraska as a way to help settlers?
Which holiday began in Nebraska as a way to help settlers?
Yeah.
Labor Day.
Arbor Day. You just
Really?
said it.
Doggone it.
I just gave it to you.
Should have gotten it.
Man.
I messed that one up.
You put up a decent fight,
Yeah, I put up a nice fight.
but Max ultimately gets the W. Good job, Max.
Checking college basketball schedule to see if there's games worthy of my attention. And first glance, I'm not seeing it.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Nothing? We got nothing tonight?
Providence DePaul. DePaul gunning for its first win in the Big East in 2 or 3 years.
That's a
They're
long
actually
time.
favored in that game. Michigan at Arkansas. I could see watching some of that. Wisconsin, Illinois. Boy, a lot of these games are just on streaming services now.
Isn't that
one's on Peacock. The world is changing.
It's getting out of hand. You're going to have to get every possible streaming whatever
They're nickel and diming us,
in
man.
order to be able to watch what you want to watch. It's the same thing when you want to watch a movie and say there's three movies like Jack Reachers or whatever they are, whatever you want to call, and one's on one, one's on another, and the third's on another one. So you have to have all three if you want to watch all three. I mean, it's smart. That's what they're doing. If you want to watch Mission Impossibles, there's 2 on Paramount. There's 1 on Netflix. There's 1 on Apple. It's ridiculous.
I watched Twisters the other night with my wife.
The new one?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Very average.
I didn't mind it. I didn't think it was super, but it wasn't bad.
It was okay, but nothing to write home about.
No.
It was okay.
But what do you expect in those? You can't expect a ton.
No, you can't expect a whole lot, but it was just okay. It wasn't anything I would ever watch again.
Have you been watching Landman?
Not yet.
It's good.
Haven't delved into it. I'm into Yellowstone. Trying to get to the end of that.
I finally watched 1823 and 1883 and 1923.
Those are good.
Is 1923? Are they having another one? Because
I don't know.
They have to because
I've lost track.
That didn't end telling me anything.
No, I've lost track of everything.
The son's still on a boat.
Taylor Sheridan has lost me. He's doing too many things.
Do you like this new Yellowstone? What do you think? I don't like the way that they killed off Dutton.
Kevin Costner really messed them up, man. They completely had to change what they're doing because he didn't come back for this final run. And it's okay, but they had a completely different ending, right? With Kevin Costner.
Kinda.
But he's not there, so they had to change up everything.
They did. I still think it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It gets on my nerves. Beth gets on my nerves.
Well, that's the whole idea. If she gets on your nerves, but you keep coming back to watch.
Well, there you go. You'll be back here on Thursday for the 3-man booth with Jeff. Tomorrow, yours truly and Jeff. We hope you'll listen. Thank you, everybody. Thanks to Max back in the studio. Have a good night.